So hey guys, wanted to kind of just talk aloud at just in general, kind of like a vlog almost, but with in a video game. Um, so I just want to really just kind of discuss some events going on in my life that have, I guess I'm trying to work out myself, and normally I could do this by just kind of discussing with myself or friends. We're going on a drive, but I don't have a car currently that's working. So hopefully that'll be fixed soon. But I don't know, kind of like roaming around in Oblivion and just listening to the music. It's calming. It's a calming game for me. But anyway, recently, with the health stuff that I've had going on, with caffeine withdrawals and now currently anxiety, pretty hardcore anxiety, which is the topic of the video today. But yeah, turns out once again, I want to say I am fine. But not too long ago, I have just kind of had suffered a panic or anxiety attack, and it was it's like this tightness, or you can feel it in your chest, which, with my recent doctor visits and the worry that my heart is having issues, it really set that off again. And I know I've said, and I know the doctors have said, that I'm fine, everything's fine, but with my experience with them in general, it's not good experience. They've released relatives who've died the next day. They've told family that that they're crazy and they're fine. And just all this, just bad thoughts when it comes to how well that the hospital I went to is ran. And just in general, I've never liked doctors. I've never liked hospitals. It's all just too much for me. But for them to tell me I'm fine and I still don't feel fine, and then not discuss with me potential other issues, it leaves me to wander. It leaves my mind to just think and wander and assume what my issue is. And since again that they've done it before and told someone they're fine when they weren't, it scared me, and it still does. I think I know what I'm going through now, which is the anxiety and panic attacks that I finally kind of looked into enough to come to that conclusion. But the fact that my doctor and the doctors at the ER never said anything to me about it being more than just, oh, it's anxiety. Okay, well, what about, like, anxiety in what way? They never said, oh, what you're feeling and having, or potentially you're feeling and having, is an anxiety attack, which leads you to have, the symptoms I'm having. And the one last night that I had that kind of crept into the morning was I had a funky feeling in my right hand. And again, when it comes to that stuff, you're told, oh, if you have a feeling in left arm, right arm, like if you have a feeling in your arm of numbness or in some funky way, it's a heart attack. It's a sign of a heart attack. So it's a scary situation. But I just slept on my arm wrong. That's all it was. I slept on my arm wrong and like either did something funky to a nerve or a tendon or something, and it just felt funky. After so long, it was done. It stopped feeling funky. But in my mind, I'm like, oh shit, I'm having a heart attack. And then the tightness in my chest started. So, oh shit, here we go again. But the doctors told me I'm fine, so what's wrong with me? And that's just kind of what kept cycling to the point where I started getting nauseous. And another sign of issue with heart is you get nauseated. So now, not only am I getting similar symptoms to heart attacks, when apparently I'm perfectly healthy, but I'm freaking out more. I was able to calm myself down. One of the things I used was a wet rag to kind of it helped me calm down, essentially, and relax a little bit. Some peaceful music, and I was good. I was able to sleep. And I was fine this morning when I woke up. But then it kind of started kicking in again of, oh, hey, remember that thing that you suffered with last night? What was that? Heart attack? Yeah, you should probably go to the ER. And my brain is just telling me something's wrong when there's nothing wrong. And what is that? That's anxiety. It is. But they never told me it was an anxiety attack. They never said, hey, you're having that anxiety attack. So I never got the closure needed to be okay. I'm still left thinking, what is wrong with me? What is going on with my body that is causing me to feel the way I do? And again, after some looking, it's one of those things that I figured out. Figured out on my own, I guess. And it puts a bad taste in my mouth still for doctors. I am going back to my doctor to discuss anxiety medication, which I've heard helps a lot of people. And I'm hoping I'm one of those people it helps. Because it's getting to the point now where I'm having these panic attacks or anxiety attacks consistently of every day or every other day in that manner. It's just a lot to handle. And I don't know if anyone else who watches these or knows someone who is, but a lot of the things to help with it is just calming yourself, focusing on something, and relaxing, and just understanding that you are okay. And having the test I had done, the EKGs, the x-rays, and everyone's like, yeah, you're fine, helped a lot. Because I can tell myself, hey, I'm fine. You've been to the hospital, you are fine. But again, I still have that part of me who's like, yeah, they lied to you. Which isn't a good thing, because I don't think they truly did. In this situation, I've heard wonderful things recently. All my experiences have been in the past, and I wasn't there. It was all secondhand, so who knows? But it's one of those things. It's just hard, because you would hope that your doctor or the doctors who are taking care of you would do a little bit more than just say, yeah, you're fine, you can go home.
Excuse me.
They could have easily told me, hey, what you're experiencing is very similar to panic attacks or anxiety attacks. So I think that's your issue, and you should talk to your doctor about that. You should talk to your doctor about these symptoms, because there's nothing in the ER we can technically do besides tell you you're okay. Yeah, it's just...
It will be...
I guess I just like talking out loud about things, because it helps me understand and kind of helps me work through it altogether. So, and then maybe one of these videos helps someone else, you know. Anxiety is a big thing. It's very hindering. It's fully stopped me from functioning properly these last few weeks. Like, if I get an anxiety attack or panic attack, like, I'm out. Like, I can't function properly. And it sucks. It's hard. I'm out for that hour because I'm just so focused on the problem that I feel, and I feel like I'm dying, and I don't know if I am or not. It's a scary thing, you know, mortality and all that. But it helps talking, and I hope if anyone else out there who watches my stuff feels similar feelings or has similar things, talk about it, especially if it's consistently. Talk about it with your doctor, friends, family, you know, whoever you need to discuss it. Shit's rough. It's a lot. We're all human. Not everyone's problem is your problem. Or in the grand scheme of things, as big of a problem as anxiety. I mean, there are definitely people out there who have it worse. But it's still my problem. It's still something I have to deal with. And saying... A big thing I've seen a lot of people say is, oh, well, you just have anxiety. You're fine. You don't have this, or this. And it's like, yeah, you're right. I don't. I'm still suffering. I'm still not able to function properly. I'm still having the issue. Just because someone else has an issue doesn't mean my issue isn't an issue. Well, yes, in the grand scheme of things, it's lesser, but why compare the two? Everyone's got issues. Everyone's got problems. It's hard to deal with. We have so much access to everything in the world right now that I think it's a big part of why we have the issues we have. Everyone's just so everything all of the time. And yeah. It's just a lot going on in the world. A lot of bad, a lot of good. Social media doesn't help with the balance. You see the bad more often than you see the good. And let's be completely honest, I don't think many people know what's happening in their local communities anymore. Especially us, the generations, you know, millennial and Gen Z. No one knows what's going on. I shouldn't say no one. People don't often know what's going on in the town they live in. When back in the day, that's all people worried about, was their neighbor. I don't know my neighbors. I mean, I know my neighbors because my mom knows them. And with currently living at home, I know them by extent. Or by whatever the word would be. But yeah. I think if we all focused around ourselves a bit more, we might be okay. Don't worry about what's going on over here. Or there. Just ignorance is bliss to a point. In the end, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying half the time. Just gonna talk. Words just flow. So if I'm saying bullshit or dumb shit, thanks for listening. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who watches the videos, and I know that that's a whole other situation where, yeah, I was kind of popping off there for a while. Started pumping out too much content. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta get consistent. And people were like, oh, I want to see this, I want to see this. I try to please everyone. And maybe that's what's caused this whole thing. It caused me to have the anxiety I've had. Pleasing everyone instead of just pleasing myself. I'd say being selfish, but I have a weird stance on the word selfish. I don't think, I don't think you can call someone selfish without being selfish yourself. I think it's okay to focus on you. I mean, you're technically the most important thing in your life. Why wouldn't you want to? Why should you have to appease everybody else? Obviously, situations differ, and sometimes it's better to help someone than to help yourself, and nothing's black and white. It's all gray. Who knows, you know? Because I don't. I don't know. Wolf pelt, though. It's hard being human. I think we all can agree on something, and that's that it's hard being human. In the end, I appreciate everyone who watches these videos in their entirety. They say a lot, so especially if you can manage to listen through all that, even better. It's beautiful. I don't know where I was, but thanks everybody for sticking around. If you have, I know this channel is something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I want to do with it. I think I just want to record things and upload them. People watch what they want to watch. I think I was too focused on numbers, and it was because I didn't want to miss an opportunity to do something I've always enjoyed doing. Let's roll back in there. And I have been making videos and doing streaming for a while. I have a problem where I go back and delete things that later down the line I don't like. I'll probably turn it all back on just because I want you guys to see that old stuff, what I do, what I've been doing. I don't know. I really don't. I'm just kind of in space at the moment, floating around, hanging out. It's nice sitting here just listening to music and thinking. God damn it. Anyway, thank you all. I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you stuck around this long, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll be doing more of these, more Ready or Not sometime soon. And maybe an actual full-on Oblivion playthrough or Morrowind playthrough or some kind of RPG playthrough. Fuck off. I'm not re-recording that. I apologize. Thank you all and have a wonderful, wonderful day.